Today, we're going to actually talk about how you can shut the fuck up and actually change your life. And this is for people who are always sitting down complaining and always saying, like, oh my God, I don't like the way my life is, and are really not doing anything or don't know how to actually change your life. Now, we're not going to actually talk about like the typical things that you will see on Google, like change your mindset, wake up by 5 a.m., read like 5 books in a year, or go to the gym. All those things are actually very, very nice. But the truth is that if you do not do the inner work, all those gyms, taking supplements, doing your skincare is actually not going to make any difference. And that's the truth. So we're going to talk about the inner work from body, mind, soul, spirit, divinity, multidimensional change. So if you're somebody who is constantly complaining, the first thing I want to tell you before I say any other thing again in this video is to please learn how to shut up. I also don't like my life. But one thing about me is that even if I rant, I'm like, oh my God, I don't like the way things are. I don't like the way things are working out. Maybe I don't like anything about my life. I could just rant about it and that's it. But the next thing is for me to actually sit down and actually write down what are the things I actually do not like about my life and how can I start improving it today. So please stop whining. Like I cannot stand people who are constantly whining and complaining about how the life they're living is so bad and they're really not doing anything and you're always looking for who to put the blame on. Oh, if it's not the government today, it's God tomorrow, or it's the creation of the world, but they've not really actually done anything in particular to change your life. So in this video, we're going to quickly talk about 5 things you can actually do to shut the fuck up so that you can actually start improving your life today. If you're new here, my name is Gigi, and in this channel, we're dedicated to sharing meaningful lessons for people like me, people who are looking to live a holistic, mindful, authentic life. Most especially for women who are willing to design a life that in the next 10, 15 years or for the rest of your lives, we're actually going to reflect back that yes, we actually made a difference. And in today's video, we're going to talk about how to actually shut the fuck up and design the life that we want instead of sitting down and constantly complaining. Number one, stop romanticizing the life you actually hate or you secretly hate. You know how we keep on saying that, oh, I don't really like this thing, I don't really like this thing, but indirectly we are actually tolerating that bullshit. For example, let's say we have a friend who is constantly bringing our spirit down, or a friend who is not, really that friend, but because we want to protect that friendship, we are constantly trying to post to everybody, oh, this is my bestie, this is my best friend. But deep down, we all know that that person is actually not really your friend, or that this person is not the perfect friend that you actually want. Yes, I know that there's no such thing as a perfect person, but you get what I mean. Like you have your core values, and maybe let's say you have like a list of 10 core values, but this person is not even close to five. But because of the friendship looks good on the outside, maybe you guys are very good at swinging, partying together, you start romanticizing it. First thing you want to do is to look at your life and review what exactly have I been pretending that I'm cool with, or what have I been tolerating? What have I also been avoiding to address in my life? Like, what is that one thing that I have refused to address, or something I've also been procrastinating to address or to actually review and check whether this thing is actually worth my energy or not. You want to do what I call a life audit. I do this every month. Sometimes I just use a piece of paper or a journal. I have like a bunch of journals in my drawer. So I just like bring out a journal and I actually write the things that I don't like about my life right now and the things that I actually do want to, improve, or the things that I wish I could have. And this does not necessarily mean only material things, or, maybe I don't like my skin, I don't like this one. It could be, okay, I do not like the way XYZ people talk to me, or I do not like the way people just, take advantage of my time and do not even respect my time. These are the kind of things you want to write down in this booklet. And it's going to allow you to understand the things that you have been tolerating and those things that you actually want to improve on. Number two, find the real problem, not the obvious problem. We all have this issue. I would say all, I know it's not everybody, but a huge majority of people, including myself, make this mistake of constantly thinking that the problem is what we see. Sometimes the problem is not actually what you see. The problem might not even be your job. The problem might not even be, the place you're living, or okay, your environment. Sometimes the problem could also be behavioral patterns. Maybe you constantly find yourself tolerating certain kind of things, and that's the reason why certain things in your life are actually not going forward, because you're constantly in this box of tolerating nonsense. And then you constantly start feeling like, okay, maybe it's my friendships, maybe friendships are not for me, but then the problem might not really be the friends. My problem might be that you don't know how to actually have boundaries or even pick the right friend. So I want you to take your time while you're also doing this audit of the things that you have been secretly romanticizing in your life, Also audit what is actually those patterns in my life. And then you would see that if you're actually reflecting, and the more you're writing this down, if you're paying attention to your subconscious or your instincts, it's going to start putting out those patterns that you're actually not seeing. Number three, build evidence that you can actually trust yourself again. So I understand when people constantly sit and complain about how much they hate their lives, how much they really do not like their lives, being especially when they've constantly been trying and trying, and it's not working. I personally, I am a living witness to that kind of situation. It's really been crazy because, like, as I have been job hunting for like a year plus, I have actually been trying because I've literally exhausted my options, applying, building my network, my personal brand, yada yada yada. I've literally tried everything that a career coach or whatever is actually going to tell you to do, aside like running into an office and screaming like, "Oh my God, give me a job!" Like, I've literally done everything, and sometimes it gets really hard because even me, I still spend time ranting and saying, "Oh, I really do not like my life. I do not like the way things are." But one thing I really appreciate for my person is that I do not sit down and I do not whine forever. Like, I understand that this is really difficult. A lot of times I give up or I would go on a break. But most importantly, I try my best to build or rebuild that confidence and that self respect and that self trust that I have in myself. So if you're somebody who do not like your life and you're constantly complaining and you've really been trying your best, please take your time, whine, rant, do anything you want to do, but please do not sit on that problem for long. You want to build that evidence you can actually trust yourself again. What is something that you know that if you really do today, it can make you feel more confident in yourself? Sometimes for me, it's content. Like, I really love making content. Like, I really love talking about these kind of things I'm talking about right now. Like, making this video, even if my video does not reach 100 views, even if I don't even get up to 50 views, the fact that I can actually do this is something that makes me very happy, and it builds that trust in myself that yes, I still have an ability to do something. And those 10 people who actually watch my videos make me very happy. Like, I know that yes, I want to have the 100,000 views and the rest, but like, it's something for me to put out something and people even get to watch it. It means like a million to me. So find something that you can use to build evidence of that self-trust, and most importantly, get to love and trust and respect yourself again. Number four, design or create the next version of you before you completely discard the old version of you. What are those things that you really want out of your life? What are the traits? What are the behaviors? What are the personalities? What's the mindset of this new version of you? And what are those things in the old version of you that you need to completely erase so that it does not affect the new version of you? Number five, change your environment before you actually blame your discipline. This is as simple as it sounds. Before you constantly complain that you really do not like your life, I want you to also look at yourself. The place I am right now, is it supporting the efforts I'm actually making? Environments could also be people around you, the things you consume, and the rest of them. So you also want to change your environment before you start blaming your discipline or before you start blaming your entire life. So with this, we come to the end of this video. Let me know which of these things I said actually made most sense to you. And also, have you been ranting lately? What is that one thing about your life that you really want to change today? And how are you actually planning to change it? If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, please subscribe, and please just help me grow this channel, basically, because I believe there are other people like you and I who are also going to enjoy content like this. And I really appreciate every like, every share, and every subscription that I get, because we're a community here. And what we actually care about is generally just improving our lives. My name is Gigi, and I'll see you in the next video.